Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to be replacing the Wi-Fi card in my Dell Inspiron 1525. The Wi-Fi card that's currently in it works just fine, but I want to have one that has wireless in capability. And I recently acquired a non-working laptop that had a wireless in card in it. It's this card right here. It's Intel Model 512AN-MMW Intel Wi-Fi Link 5100. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started. The Dell Inspiron 1525 is very easy to work on because everything you need is like right in one door. First thing I'm going to go ahead and do is make sure the computer is not in hibernation. If it is, I'll have to shut it down. It is in hibernation. Okay, now the computer has been shut off, or shut down for that matter. So we'll go ahead and get started here. First thing you'll do when you work on a laptop is remove the battery. Set it to the side. Now we remove the screws to the access door. Right over here is the wireless LAN card. And of course you have more or less two antenna leads. The white wire represents number 1 and number 2 represents the black wire on this machine. You can see right here is where you can hook up, let's see, like a 4G card. They already have the antenna leads present for that. And right here is a lead for the Bluetooth card. So all I will need is a Bluetooth card and say a WAN card to actually have, you know, wireless internet other than Wi-Fi, and of course wireless for Bluetooth devices. Anyways, we're going to pull out the leads for the Wi-Fi card. This is a fairly simple swap. Many laptops give you access to the Wi-Fi cards under one door. Some of them are not so easy. Let's take loose a screw right here. This wireless card can only do wireless G, so I am replacing it with a wireless in card because I am planning on replacing my router with a wireless in router sometime. Just hopefully I can get one that can run DDWRT. But I try to hang on to Dell's wireless cards because they always seem very well built and they seem to get a good signal. I've actually used a Dell wireless card to replace a cheap, crappy wireless card in a Inspiron netbook to boost the signal quality, or how good it can receive a signal. So anyways, this is the wireless adapter from the Dell. This is the Intel. So that being said, let's go ahead and install this card. It just slides into the slot, and then make sure the cables aren't in the way and you just push it down, and you'll put the screw back in. Some of them have 2 screws. This one only has 1 screw because the slot is actually spring loaded. Before I close up this laptop, I'll give you a nice overview of the inside right here. Better what you can see from my angle. I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the antenna leads. They just press right on. I'd love to see more laptops designed in this manner to give you access to so much stuff under one door without having to tear down the whole thing. Most laptops out there just to replace your processor or to service, let's see, just take the cooler off. You gotta sometimes do a complete disassembly of the entire thing, with the exception of the screen assembly. This one here, you just take off one door, and you have access to your cooler, your CPU, memory, and wireless cards. Now if you have to replace a fan, you still have to do a pretty significant teardown. The fan on this one works just fine. That's why I always recommend you clean these things out regularly and don't blow too hard, because if you blow too hard you can rupture the fan and ruin it. But anyways, there's the 4 gigs of G-Skill memory I installed. I'd say about a year or so ago. There's the Core 2 Duo T9300 mobile processor. Now that said, we'll go ahead and close this back up to finish the whole process here. I'm going to plug in an Ethernet cable because it's like I'm going to search for drivers online for this Wi-Fi card, seeing it's a different card. So let's go ahead and start it back up. Installing device driver software. This phone we have, it said the device driver wasn't properly installed, but we still have access to wireless networks. Apparently it did install because it's showing me my SSID like it's a brand new one. So let's connect. Battery's getting low, only 15% remaining. I've been using this thing quite a bit, and our Wi-Fi card is working. So I'll go into Device Manager. I can go and disconnect this Ethernet cable. Intel Wi-Fi link 5100 AGN. You can do 802.11n, see 2.4 and 5.2. You can do 802.11b/g, that kind of stuff. So now I know that my notebook is ready for wireless in, so whenever I do decide to get the router replaced with the wireless in router, it'll be set and ready to go. My current router is a Linksys WRT54G with DD-WRT firmware. So I gotta look around and see if I can find probably a used router at the Google Computer Store that has wireless in, and see if it can support DD-WRT, because in terms of my opinion, I prefer either DD-WRT, Tomato, or nothing in terms of wireless routers. You can't. It's hard to beat a router with either DD-WRT or Tomato installed on it. So anyways, that's how you replace the wireless card in a notebook. more or less did an upgrade from wireless G to a wireless N card. There's the old card again. So anyways, any questions or comments, feel free to ask, and thanks for watching.